Buckle up, y'all, because we are diving into the swamp once again of left-wing lunacy. During Biden's reign of error, they screamed from every rooftop, CNN, MSNBC, your grandma's Facebook, that it was MAGA, you and me. We were the biggest threat to America.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
They turned January 6th into their personal witch hunt, locking up peaceful protesters that just happened to show up at the Capitol hours after the events took place and entered in, like they were Al-Qaeda, while BLM rioters torched cities for months. Businesses burned, cops attacked, billions of dollars in damage. And what did the administration do? They bailed them out. The Minnesota Freedom Fund, for example, they got a free pass with a side of applause. Would you think that's hypocrisy? No. It's their playbook. Under Biden, the feds came down like a sledgehammer on anyone waving a Trump flag near the Capitol, or dare you be a pro-life protester. Years in jail for trespassing. Meanwhile, BLM's Summer of Rage, crickets. Portland, Minneapolis, Kenosha, burnt to the ground, by the way. Hundreds of riots, and the left called it mostly peaceful. This wasn't justice. It was a power grab. They wanted MAGA crushed, and they would let their pet anarchists run wild in order to get that done. Fast forward to now. The left-wing media, I'm looking at you, New Republic. Can't quit your little Hitler fetish, can you? They have spent years framing Trump as the Fourth Reich's poster boy. Their latest, claiming Trump said Nazis treated Jews with love. Total garbage. He was honoring righteous Gentiles in Germany who risked their necks to save Jews, like, for example, Oskar Schindler. To quote, people would try and help people that were in unbelievable distress. But the New Republic, they twisted it into a swastika smearing lie. It's the same thing that they intentionally did to his address about Charlottesville in 2017, when they framed Trump as having praised Nazis, while completely ignoring what he actually stated.
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
Why did they do this? To brainwash their NPC army, these programmable drones of the left, into believing Trump's a dictator who needs a bullet. And sadly, it's working. Here's the proof, straight from the horse's mouth. A bombshell study by the Network Contagion Research Institute dropped April 7th, 2025 via Fox News, and they found that 55% of left-leaning Americans think it's somewhat justified to assassinate Donald Trump. 48% say the same for Elon Musk. Allow yourself to have that wash over you and allow that to sink in. Over half of the leftist base is absolutely cool with murder. This isn't random. It's the Democrat machine in motion. From Kamala's campaign trail Hitler rants to Barack Obama echoing the same in the waning days of the campaign, to the New Republic's propaganda mill, grooming their NPCs to see assassination as a noble cause. Is it evil? You bet it is. Their puppeteers and their followers are their NPC marionettes. Let's talk about violence. The left's out there smashing up Teslas, burning them to the ground, charging stations, literal vandalism. Why? Well, Elon opening X.com to being something other than a left-wing brainwashing platform. For that, they took away his $56 billion pay package from him after he met absolutely impossible targets with Tesla and saved the company and shareholders all of their money, and they used that as a warning. But intervening with billions of taxpayer dollars flowing to their corrupt NGOs, which is what Doge is currently doing, for example, Stacey Abrams, within a month receiving $2 billion of your money at the end of the Biden campaign. Well, that, my friends, crosses the line. Don't you dare defund U.S. taxpayer-funded transgender operas in Peru that were funded by your tax dollars and U.S. aid. Because if you do, we will propagandize the massives to put your company out of business and put you directly in the crosshairs. Meanwhile, us, on the center, on the right, we boycott Bud Light, we ditch Target, and we call it a day. Not a single Molotov cocktail, no shattered windshields, just wallets snapping shut. But them, they are openly cheering for Trump and Musk's head to appear on pikes at one of their Antifa rallies, with Reid Hoffman and George Soros looking on with glee. Who's the real threat here? The folks sipping Coors instead of Bud? Or those who are openly calling for murder? The bottom line here, patriots, the left's the violent mob that they've always accused us of being. They're manipulated by frauds, by deceitful, mendacious liars, the New Republic, the DNC, the whole blob apparatus, pushing lies to turn NPCs into assassins. Catch some of that Luigi Mangione energy. We've got the receipts. One healthcare CEO slaughtered in New York, and 55% want Trump dead. 48% want Musk gone by the poll that I mentioned earlier. It's time to expose these clowns for the evil, the true evil that they are. Not that they care, because they'll just keep raising the domestic temperature until they precipitate the assassination that will make them feel so powerful and good. Did I mention that I think that there are evil